Hi everybody, thanks for watching. This is the toilet in our guest area of our home, and we've noticed recently that it runs after flushing. It should just flush and then fill up that tank in the back and get ready for the next operation. But as you can hear, this is running, and it's been doing this for several minutes. So today I'm going to show you how to fix that, or at least the most probable cause of that error or that malfunction, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix, and if you need a part, it's only a few dollars, so that's a good deal. Let me set this up on a tripod and we'll get to work. Yeah, you can just see the water's just running. That's a huge waste of water. Something's going on. So we take off the tank lid. It can be heavy porcelain, just lift straight up and go set it on something soft so it doesn't scratch or break. And now we can look inside of our dirty tank and we can see, let's get some more light in there. Yeah, we can see what's going on. This handle here is kind of wonky. This is the lever, or the lever, where you're from, that holds a chain that operates that black thing at the bottom, right where my finger is pointing. That is the flapper that covers the drain hole. So when you flush, you push this lever down, the chain pulls up on that rubber flapper, and the water drains quickly. It looks like the chain, the chain is under the flapper valve. So that's not normal. If you can see the gold chain, I'll try to circle it here, pause for a second. That has got under the flapper valve. So something has gone wonky with this, so I'm just going to replace the lever. I think this thing should be extended out to about here, and that would make the chain pull straight up and down versus at this weird angle. At this weird angle, the chain more often than not will get caught in the flapper valve. So let's lift this up. You see me lifting it up. So it should always be kind of at this angle here. So we're going to replace the lever. See that? If I'm really careful, I guess you don't have to replace the lever if every time you flush, you go ahead and lift off the tank lid and get back there and carefully do that. That's one way, but that's not convenient. The only tools you're really going to need are a crescent wrench or an adjustable wrench, and here's two types of adjustable wrenches. If it bothers you to work on the back of a commode, you can wear some rubber gloves. Really, that's it. The only part we need is a tank lever, and they sell these at all the big hardware stores in the plumbing accessory or plumbing parts section, and it'll probably cost you, depending on the finish, $5, maybe a real high-end one, 10 or 12, but this one I think was around $5, and it is going to have the lever, the thread, a nut, and a long arm. So let's get this put in. First, remove the old one. A bit of explanation. That stuff you see at the bottom of the tank is not mold or algae or anything. We are on a well system, and if we run our well close to dry, which we may in the spring, watering the garden, watering the yard, filling the pool, that sort of thing, we'll get some sediment that comes up, and that looks like it's mostly sand. So I could drain the tank and vacuum that up, but it really doesn't affect operation at all. It does look gross, I agree. So adjust my wrench and carefully turn this until it loosens. Just needs a little bit. And on this side, I'm going to go ahead and use a little clip. Get noisy for a second. I'll put that down. We'll come back after the tank noise is done. I changed the camera angle slightly to give you a better view. This just unthreads. Whoops, I tightened it. Remember, it's a reverse thread. They do that so as you flush, it doesn't loosen the nut there. Slide this off the end, and then the whole thing just kind of pulls out. Turn it, pull it out. Let's go get the new one. Here we go. I love it when they do the packaging where you can just open it like this without that weird clamshell stuff. So the directions are on the back, but it's always nice to see someone do it if you haven't done it before, and that's the whole point of this video. Pretty much the same thing that we just took off. A lever, a handle, and a plastic nut in this case. Hey, I wanted to show you the front of this hole. You see that it's actually a rounded square, and that's by design. If it was circular, this thing would turn real easily. And you can see, if I show you, that this, at the base of the threads, is a square that will fit nicely in there to keep it from rotating. So make sure you fit that into the square properly. From this vantage point, you can clearly see the square. So just this will rotate to give you a little bit of wiggle room. Just feed that in, take a hard right, push threads through the hole, and then kind of maneuver until you're able to get that square in place. That may take a little bit of wiggling. Okay, that keeps the handle nice and level. That's what you want. And then you just take your nut, and we'll go from the top and look at this. Okay, I got distracted again by the kids, so I'm trying to remember where we left off. I think we just pushed the handle in, and I showed you about that little square hole that you have to fit, and that'll prevent this from sliding 360 and not being in the correct position. So we pushed the new lever in, and we've got the new retaining nut in there, and you just slide it over the arm, and it's threaded in reverse, so when you flush it doesn't loosen. And just hand tighten this, and let's see what we got. A little action in there. And now we just need to, now we just need to rehang the chain, and there are 3 different positions on this lever, depending on how high you want it. So I am going to stick my hand in there. Oh, well water is ice cold, folks. That's like 40 degrees. Okay, that's not ice, but you know what I mean. Okay, a little noise as I hang this. And I have to adjust the chain level. It looks like this has been moved a little bit. So I'm going to move this clip down a few links in the chain to make it longer now. And that's pretty much intuitive and self-evident when you see this, so you know how to do it. So I'll take the little, are we seeing this? I'll take this little clip off the chain, lengthen the chain a little bit, and put it back on. And now we'll see if that's the correct length. Yep. I'm going to start on the furthest point. I think we did it. I think we're done. Looking down, we see that the chain here on the end of the lever really doesn't have a lot of slack now, so that there won't be any extra chain to get caught underneath the flapper valve. I hope you heard that above the filling of this, but I'm going to let it fill, and we'll come back and test it. All right, the water just shut off. It got to the top, the float lifted, and I am going to do a test here. Do the flush lever, and I'll do the lever off camera, and we'll check out that chain action. Here we go. There we go. That's the best view. And I just let it hang by itself. And I want to see, yep, did you see how the chain cleared the flapper? So a quick flush, it is good to go. That is how you stop, in most cases, a running toilet. A lot of times the chain is in the way, and sometimes you have a tear in the flapper valve. But this one was the lever. So $5, about 10 minutes of work, and you are good to go. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.